Good evening. We are joined today by Stanford student athlete Kiana Williams. First question will be from Michael Roberson.
Okay. All right, Kiana, once again, you get to come home. So what was that feeling like? And for you to play this well with your parents up there in the stands, what has this whole moment been like for you?
It felt great. It couldn't come soon enough. I kept looking at the clock. It was 2 p.m., 3 p.m. I'm like, oh, we don't play till 9. But once we got out there and the ball tipped, I was just out there having fun with my best friends. And I'm extremely glad we played well and got this first win under our belt.
Next question is from Steve. Please be sure and state your full name and affiliation. Okay, we're going to move on to Cheryl.
Cheryl Coward from Hoop Feed. Hi, Kiana. Tonight you were able to break the career record in program history for made three-point shots. You're now at a perfect 300. What was that like, being able to break that record and, surpass Candace Wiggins, another great Stanford player?
It's a great feeling. Anytime you're in, the same sentence as the Stanford greats, such as, Chanae, Nneka, Candace Wiggins, any of the, past alum that have worn Stanford across their chest, it's a humbling and great feeling. So extremely thankful to be, the new leader. But, records are meant to be broken. So I'm happy for I have the record, but I know it's going to be broken. Hopefully Hannah Jump, my teammate, can go get it.
And quickly to follow up, were there any jitters coming into this game with your team? I mean, you guys came out blazing 29 points in the first quarter. It didn't seem like you were nervous at all.
I know probably for our sophomores and freshmen, because this is their first tournament. Maybe some of them are nervous, but as you said, we didn't show it. I think if anything, we're just anxious. We had pregame at like 5 p.m. and I'm like, we'd be warming up at this time. So just glad that 9 o'clock finally came and we got the ball in the air and we got the first quarter over with and like we can breathe and relax. So hopefully we don't have any more late games, but if we do, we'll stay ready.
Next question is from Jacob Rayburn.
Jacob Rayburn, Cardinal Sports Report. Hey, Kiana, kind of piggybacking off of that last question and answer, can you speak to maybe the emphasis from you and the coaches about the effort and execution not waning regardless of what the score was?
We just have to stay locked in for 40 minutes. It's win or go home. And I told my teammates, he said, I want you guys to stay here in my hometown as long as possible. So, we just have to lock in. In the second half, Tara told us to not look at the scoreboard. It was 0-0, and that was our mentality going into the second half. And that's how it has to be, the rest of the tournament, one possession at a time, one quarter at a time, putting together a great 40 minutes.
Next up is Jordan Mendoza from USA Today.
Hey, Kiana, this is Jordan with USA Today. You mentioned that, you guys were wanting to get out on the court and just playing these late games, like around 9 o'clock. Does the anxiety just kind of build up all day, or are you just kind of, finally, here to play?
I'd say for me, I was getting anxious. Just I think the fact that I was at home and I had 50 plus people in the stands. I couldn't wait to get out here and play. But it helped that there were other games on, so I got to watch a few other games. I love watching basketball, so that kind of took my mind off of it. But there were a few times, like I said, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I'm like, we still have 6 hours till we play. So yeah, I was for sure anxious.
Next is Daniel.
Hey, Key, it's Daniel from the Stanford Daily. Coach put out a pretty great statement about the weight room situation, and obviously a lot of that was started with Ali sending out showing the pictures. What kind of conversations have you had as a team with regards to all of that?
Well, obviously we're really thankful to be here. Thankful that the NCAA is having a tournament while we're still living through a pandemic, and I'm sure extremely proud that our strength and conditioning coach, Ali, spoke up and said what she said. And, she kind of got the train on the tracks and made some stuff happen. It was very unfortunate, and, it was kind of hurting to see that, we didn't have the same effort put in. We don't need the exact same weight room as the men, but, there's just could have been a little bit more effort. But I'm extremely thankful that they made changes as quickly as they did. But at the end of the day, we're here to play basketball. If we have to, lift some books or something, we'll make stuff happen, because we've lived out of a hotel for 10 weeks, and we've lived, without a full weight room. So we know how to adjust. But extremely thankful that Coach Ali pointed that out and changes were made.
And just to follow up, you have had that whole season on the road, getting creative with your workouts. How important is it to you now to make a statement with your play on the court?
It's extremely important, we have one seed by our name for a reason. We don't necessarily want to prove other people right. We want to prove ourselves right. We know how good of a team we are, and I think we showed that tonight.
Next question is from Janie. Please be sure to state your full name and affiliation. Okay, we're going to go on to Steve.
Yes, Steve Crowder from the San Francisco Chronicle. Kiana, you said you were watching games today. Did you watch Oklahoma State and Wake Forest? And how much were you impressed by Natasha Mack?
Yes, I watched that game, and she's a great player. They're a great team. They're in the tournament for a reason, so she's going to be a handful down there. But we're going to enjoy this win and get to scouting tomorrow, prepping tomorrow for Tuesday's game. They're a great team, and I've been watching them a little bit, so I'm excited for the challenge for our bigs, and they have some really good guards. So it's going to be a good game, and hopefully we can put together a great 40 minutes to advance to the Sweet 16.
One quick follow-up, not quite to that, but you mentioned, the history of Stanford. You know Candace Wiggins personally, and if you do, what has she told you as you've gotten closer to her record?
Yes, I've met Candace twice, both at Stanford summer camps when she was court coaches, and the advice she gave me was really defensive advice. She just challenged me to, be a pesky defender, to get my defense going, so I could get my offense going. Haven't really had conversation with her about the 3-point record. It hasn't really been, at the top of my list. I just want to win. It's nice to have the record, but winning at the end of the day is way more important to me.
Next question is from Anthony.
Hi, Kiana. Anthony Flores with NBC Bay Area. You mentioned the challenging start to the season you guys had, living on the road for 2 months. How do you think that prepared you for the season and what you're going to encounter now, the ups and downs of the tournament?
Those are some really challenging times, and I think it brought the best out of us. We had some good days, we had some bad days, but I think mentally we're just a lot stronger than we probably would have been hadn't we not gone through those 10 weeks on the road. And we just really had to lean on each other and depend on each other to get through those 10 weeks. It was long, and as I said, some days, we didn't want to practice, or some days, we didn't want to go to class because we were literally sitting in our hotel rooms all day. But we made the most out of it, and just looking back on it, it's something that we wouldn't have chose to have done, but I'm glad we got through it, because I think we have that advantage here in San Antonio. We know what to expect, and we have kind of a routine, and we're also done with school, so that's a great thing.
You also mentioned that you guys were anxious to get this game because it was such a late tip time for you guys. What's the sense now that that first game is over and you guys got off and played, I would imagine, the game you really wanted to play?
We're really excited. I'm really excited for our underclassmen, our sophomores and freshmen. You know, they have their first tournament, type game under their belts, and it's only up from here. So extremely excited to see what our freshmen do and what our sophomores do the rest of the way.
Okay, and we'll take our final question from Chris.
Hi, Kiana. Chris Alvarez from ABC7. A year ago, we were shut down in the beginnings of a pandemic. Mm-hmm. Now we're obviously a lot closer to the end, hopefully soon. Can you take me through what it's been like this last year and how much you really appreciate being here based on last year was taken away?
I'll first have to say that this past year has flown by. I can't believe, we're in March of 2021. I feel like I was just at home in quarantine. It's really flown by. But like I said earlier, I'm extremely thankful that the NCAA is having, men's and women's tournaments this year. We're still living through a pandemic, and they're doing it as safe as possible. And I'm extremely thankful that it's here in my hometown. I get to play in front of my family and friends. So just extremely thankful and lucky. Did I answer your question? I'm sorry. Did I answer his question?
Yes, I believe you did.
Sorry, I was trying to fix the mute button. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thank you, Kiana, for your time, and congratulations on the win, and good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, T-Dog. All right, we're gonna get ready to go.
All right, we're joined by Stanford head coach Tara VanDerveer. First question is coming from Michael Robertson.
Okay, Michael Robertson, African-American athlete. I said it this time. All right, Coach. Were you warning the players that on the men's side, the number 1 seeds and number 2 seeds have been going down, that you can't take this team for granted?
Like Michael, every game is, you're one and done, so to speak. So our kids got into Stanford. They didn't need me to tell them that.
Next question is from Steve. Steve, unmute your button.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I know you said going into this week that your whole focus was on Utah Valley, but I'm sure you did due diligence on Oklahoma State. What do you think of that team in particular? What do you think of Mac?
I think that, looking at, we look at the mini bracket, so to speak, ourselves with Utah, Wake Forest, and Oklahoma State. And, Mac put on a show today. She was fantastic. I missed some of the game because I had to go to testing, but, she scores, she rebounds. You've got to really be able to defend her. But she's not the only thing they have. They're a very talented team, and we're going to have to play very well and play better defense and not foul like we did tonight.
Next question is from Cheryl.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, Cheryl.
This is Cheryl Coward from Hoop Feed. Kiana now has 300 career trays, the best in program history, surpassing Candace. Do you feel that's just icing on the cake for her being at home? And how do you feel about her doing that here in front of her family?
I think it's really exciting for her. It's great. She had 52 people here, and she really got us going. Our whole team shot the ball well, especially in the first half. And I think the best thing was we were able to rest people, and no one got hurt. I thought we did a really good job. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 people in double figures. We took care of the ball well. We had a lot of assists, which is great. And the only thing, I just thought we fouled too much. We need to be aggressive without fouling. We sent them to the free throw line, and that won't help us to make a deep run.
Next question is from Anthony.
Hi, Coach. Anthony Flores with NBC Bay Area. Congratulations on the win. Is this the kind of, I know you just mentioned the fouling, not happy with that, but the overall effort for the first game, are you pleased with the way the team performed?
We really came out strong, and then I think sometimes it's hard in a second half when you have a big lead like that. You don't want anyone to get hurt. You want to give everyone in the game, and I'm pleased with especially our first half. And the only thing I would say, we have to do a better job defensively and not foul, and send them to the free throw line. But otherwise, we made a lot of our goals, and I'm excited about that. But this is they're a very physical team. Williams was an outstanding player for them, and I thought we defended people very well, with the exception of sometimes our post people maybe getting up in the air and not playing position defense as well as we needed to.
It didn't look like that, but were there any jitters just going out and playing getting that first game out of the way?
No, I don't think jitters, but we haven't played for 2 weeks, and we really haven't been able to practice that much. You're down here. We didn't have a shooting practice today, so I think you're a little bit out of your rhythm. But this was a great first game for us, and we had a lot of different people doing some really nice things. So we need to build on the good things we did and make some of the corrections.
Next question is from Ann. Please be sure and state your affiliation, please.
Hi, Tara.
Hi, Ann.
Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle. Hey, you guys have made a lot of news even before you took the court, and I was just wondering what you felt about Allie's, kind of getting the ball rolling with pointing out the inequities. And you made a very, very strong statement yesterday. I'm just wondering, how you're feeling about things, the way the NCAA has responded, how you feel about Allie, and are you guys talking about it internally as a team? This is, while you've had 34 years of seeing this tournament evolve, some of your players probably expect more than they were given initially.
Well, I think, Ann, I think Allie did the right thing posting the disparity in the weight room. And I think that did kind of get the ball rolling a little bit with, looking at maybe some of the other things. And first of all, I think it's a big challenge to run a tournament, in COVID. It's a big challenge, period. But to run it in COVID is maybe makes it doubly hard. But I think that the leadership of the NCAA, what I pointed out was it's the leadership making some decisions that are clearly one way for the men and one way for the women. And I was most upset with the testing because I'm not as young as our players, but our players have handled things extremely well. And what we've really tried to focus on, is not get bent out of shape about the swag bag or they have addressed the weight room, but to just come out and really focus on playing and playing well. And the best thing that we can do is just come here and take care of business. And that's what we've been focusing on. So really today, I made my statement yesterday. I said what I thought, and today we've been focusing on basketball, and I think that's the way it should be.
Next question is from Janie.
Tara.
Hi, Janie.
Hi. Nice to see you. Ann kind of covered what I was going to ask you about, but just to see Kiana with her parents up there in the stands and just getting to shine on this stage right at home, how much of a lift is that? She said she told her teammates, I want to keep playing here for as long as we possibly can. And she held up a shirt that she's home. How much do you sense that means to her right now?
You know, I think it especially is, it's not just Kiana, but remember, we have not played in front of family and friends really all year. The Pac-12 tournament, there were some family and friends that did come, but not, not very many. But this is really special for our team to come out and have people yelling, for us. We haven't had that happen. And I know it's special for Key, and I know her teammates wanted, played really hard for her. And it's great to be down here and get that chance to do that. So we're excited about that.
And Tara, to see, Candace is already, cheering on Kiana, and it sounds like they crossed paths a few years ago at one of your camps. And just, does that bring back memories of some of these greats you've had a chance to coach? And, records don't last forever, but there were some great moments with that group.
I mean, that's, you're talking about some really, really good three-point shooters at Stanford. And for Kiana to hold that record is really special. And I'm really happy for her. And I'm glad that she could set the record here in San Antonio in front of her family and friends.
Okay, we'll take two more questions. The first one will be coming from Chris.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Based on, where we were a year ago, full-fledged pandemic, this tournament was canceled. So how appreciative are you a year later, where we're at, and just playing again and being back in the tournament?
Honestly, it's a little surreal. And, just even this is so different, where's the people in front of us. But, we're very appreciative, and that has been probably, I think flexible has been our middle name, but, appreciative is right in there too, because, just for us, we've had everything taken away, whether it was the tournament last year, practice, our gym, our fans, our locker room, eating meals together. So every little thing we really appreciate. And, I do thank all the hard work that people have done, with it, but whether it's the committee or the NCAA staff people putting this together. And we really do appreciate being here. And we want to stay as long as we can. I'm with Key on that one.
And we'll take our final question from Steve.
Yeah, Steve Croner from the San Francisco Chronicle again. Tara, you mentioned that nobody got hurt. There was a little scary moment with Anna Wilson there in the fourth quarter. She is okay, or do you know for sure yet?
Yeah, she said she was. Obviously, it got pretty. It was a very physical game, and it kind of got a little chippy there for a little bit. And I didn't like it when she went down like that at all. But I think she's fine. She said she's fine. So. A little ice and good night's sleep, and I think she'll be ready to go tomorrow. We've got our work cut out for us. We've got to really, we're going to have a really good day tomorrow to get ready for Oklahoma State.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
For the media, a recording of this press conference will be posted in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a good evening.
Thank you.